Points to fun.
A bread to a hungry soul.
A roadmap to a lost traveler.
Points to fun.
A living water for those who thirst.
A clanging cymbal to those who slumber.
A guide reflection for the Sunday Gospel.
Points to fun.
My dear friends, we made it. It's 2022. And Jesus saves. And He will always save. And that reminds me of this funny story, but beautiful story, of Jesus and Satan having an ongoing argument about who was better on the computer. They had been going at it for days, and God was so tired of hearing all of their bickering. Finally, God said, "Cool it. I am going to set up a test that will run 2 hours, and I will judge who does the better job." So Satan and Jesus sat down at the keyboards and typed away. They moused, they did spreadsheets, they wrote emails with attachments, they downloaded, they detailed, they did some genealogy reports, they made cards, they did every known job. But 10 minutes before their time was up, the lightning suddenly flashed across the sky. And then thunder rolled, the rain poured, and of course the electricity went off. Satan stayed at his blank screen and screamed every curse word known in the underworld. And Jesus simply sat there and just sighed. The electricity finally came back on, and each of them restarted their computers. Satan searching and sweating frantically, screaming, "It is gone, it is gone, I've lost everything," when the power went out. Meanwhile, Jesus was just there, relaxed. Quietly, he started printing out all of his files from the past 2 hours. Satan observed this and became even angrier. "Wait," he shouted. "He cheated. How did he do it?" God simply smiled and said, "Jesus saves. Jesus saves." My dear friends, Jesus saves, and He will always save us. But it requires concrete and mature faith in action. Jesus saves, but it requires total commitment. It requires letting our faith move from our head to our hearts, so that we will put what we profess into action. We celebrate today Mary as the Mother of God, and she is also an example of mature, joyful, spontaneous faith in action. As the new year begins, companies take stock. I think stock taking is good for Christians too. Looking back into our past and see whether we feel lost in the midst of darkness or we feel saved because Jesus saves. When it gets dark, where do you turn to? Where do I turn to? And who do we invite? Who do you invite? May we have the courage to invite Jesus because He saves. He is the light in darkness, and He comes to show us light and to prove to us that He saves, and He will always save. May we draw strength knowing that Jesus saves and will always save, as we begin this new year with confidence and courage, knowing that we are not alone. God is beginning the year with us, and He will accompany us through the end. God bless you and have a beautiful and blessed New Year.